So hello, all you beautiful people. So earlier today, I got on live and I did a full tutorial showing how I highlight my, so the type of style that I have is it's like kind of an ombre type style. I like the ends to be lighter, but I like to put some nice soft low lights or baby lights into my roots. And so that's what I did today. I got on live and I demonstrated how to do that. And how I do it is really quite easy. I have some shells. They're called seashells that I ordered online, and I used to use them in the shop with people when I was a hairdresser. And so I find them to be very, very easy, especially when you're doing your own hair. Because foil, even at, when you get the super strong foil, it still seems like the bleach leaks on, to the other parts of your hair where you don't want it. And so these shells, these seashells, they just, you paint it on and then you just clamp them shut. If you're interested, go into my channel and look at the live, you'll see exactly what they look like. And you just snap them on and they stay in place and they hold the bleach right in there on the hair. And so that's what I did today. And I had said that I was going to do a follow-up video in my channel, which that's what this is. This is the follow-up. And so what I decided to do today is I decided to do a demonstration of a blow drying my hair with a blow drying round brush after the highlights. And so that's what this video is. It's a full tutorial of getting tons of volume in your hair with the blow dry brush. Anyway, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the follow-up after doing my live where I highlighted the roots of my hair. I'm gonna start by, I've got my heat protector in, and I want to show you, the result of how these highlights look, but I'm also going to do a tutorial showing you how I style it for tons of volume with my blow drying brush. But first I'm going to put some mousse, and I like to put it up in my top part of my part so that I can get volume up in my crown and in the top part of my head. And what I'm using is blow foam from Rusk, and it is a root lifter. Okay, and so I like to go right back here in the crown and get a lot of it in there. And then I just kind of massage it in real good to the crown. And then I take a comb so I can make sure that I distribute it really well and distribute it through my hair. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to section the top part of my hair. And so I won't be blow drying this side bang. I keep that straight. But I'm going to start with the bottom part right here. And I'm going to blow dry in an upward, so to give it, this bottom part, some body and give it a flip. So I hope that you're having a good day. So in between each section, I spray it with the hairspray so it holds the volume. Just kind of use, I don't use a strong hold for that. I just use a kind of a shaping spray. And so you can use any kind of shaping spray. Because any kind will work, anything from Walmart or... I, myself, have to, and I'm out of it right now, that's why I'm using that spray, but I most of the time I need to get an unscented type of spray because I get migraines. And so any kind of perfumes and stuff can really, really bring on those migraines. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow dry all the rest of my sections. And I'm going to blow dry it under, but I will go up, and then roll it back under. A little tip is you want to blow dry on all sections of the brush. You want to blow dry on the top, the middle, and underneath. And before you start, you want to kind of blow dry a lot of that moisture out of your hair. Today, because I did the hair, my highlights, my hair was a little more wet. And I don't want to put too much heat on it right after. And so this is just a quick blowout. And even on these sides, you want to go straight up for volume. You want to go straight up with the brush. And because it was a little damp, I'm going to go over this side again, going straight up and then rolling down. And then one more time on that back section, straight up. And so the type of color highlights that I do is I like to leave a lot of the blonde for kind of an ombre type of style on the tips, and then I just do like some really baby highlights. And then we'll spray a little bit of spray on that. And so when you do, what I've noticed is when you do highlights, when you use like a bleach or a highlights type of a hairstyle, you usually have a lot more volume because it helps. It really does help. And so you're killing two birds with one stone. You're getting beautiful highlights in your hair, and you're getting volume. And so I want to say that if you are new to my channel and you just subscribed, I want to thank you. I'm getting quite a bit of, more subscribers lately, and I want to thank you. And if you have just popped onto my channel and you're seeing this and you want to be notified for more, it's free, and just subscribe. And I do, in my channel is based, my channel is based on wellness and anti-aging and beauty. I used to be a hairdresser, so I do a lot of hairstyling, and I do all my own hair. I do my own highlights and I do my own hair cutting too. And so, and then I also do microneedling and gua sha and radio frequency and yoga and physical fitness in my channel. I kind of, I developed my channel. I developed my channel so that I could help people, and so that that are like me, that are going through some of these issues like chronic pain, and so that so that you can join me in my journey. Okay, so again, it's my hair. I'm going to pull it straight up. And then spray it. And I won't leave it on too long on those sides, because I don't want the heat to damage them. And also too, I want to let you know that I did a video in my channel for those of you who want to preserve the health of your hair, and you don't want to use any hot tools, and you want to get some beach waves that are beautiful. I have some spiral foam rollers that you put on, and you can just either sleep in them, or you can just walk around the house for a couple hours and you take them out, and it gives beautiful waves. So if you want to check that out in my channel and see how I did that, that is a good alternative to, putting heat on your hair, or if the electricity goes out. And so once again, on this side, I'm going to pull it straight up and roll down, and I'm not going to put very much heat on it. So today's video is mainly just blowy drying out, just a quick blowout after doing the highlights, just so that, as a follow-up, because when I did my live, I did say that I was going to do a follow-up video so that you could see how the highlights turned out. And I figure that, what better way for you to see is for me to style it right along with you. But I technically, to be honest with you, after I've done any type of a hair, lightening up to my hair, any kind of bleach or anything like that on my hair, I technically don't put a lot of heat on it. And so after this tutorial, I'll probably do another one with either with the Velcro rollers or with the spiral foam rollers so that I can show you how to do, so I can continue, showing you how I do it without damaging my hair. And I don't want to damage my hair. I need to preserve the health of my hair too. And you want to be really, really gentle after doing any kind of hair color or highlights to your hair. You want to be really careful with your hair. You want to wash, when you wash your hair with a really good conditioner and with a really good shampoo and a really good conditioner, you want to make sure you kind of rinse it, for a while, because the cuticle is all blown out after you've done a bleach and a highlight to your hair. So you kind of, for a few weeks, you want to rinse your hair in cold water to bring down that, shrink down that cuticle. And so I'm just even being really, really gentle, not tugging when I go to comb out. Use a good leave-in conditioner and detangler. Okay, so again, straight up and roll down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the whole crown and I'm going to blow dry for volume the whole thing up. And then what I'm going to do, shake it out a little, And I'm going to pull it up again, and I'm going to back comb in my crown. And then I go over and I back comb right here on the sides, and then over on the other side. And then I spray it with some hairspray, and I just let it sit for a minute. So I just let it sit for a minute before I start to style it so that that hairspray dries and gives it volume up in the crown. And then I take this part of the comb and I just kind of gently style it. Kind of in a lifting it up a little, keeping that lift. And you can, like put it behind your ears or however you feel comfortable. You can pin it up and it would look really, really cute, like really cute like that. Especially when it's hot. I live in a really hot climate, and I'm up in the mountains, and so I really, after doing my my highlights, I really like how it looks on this side bang too. Okay, there it is for today. Tons of volume, and the hair doing the roots and highlighting it really lifts and gives way more volume and makes the hairstyling a lot easier. And so this is the hairstyle for today. And so I just wanted to show you and how, this is the ending result of after doing my highlights, and I did it live. So you can look in my channel and you can watch the live and see exactly how I did it. And because I show exactly step by step how I highlight my hair. And so because I live in a hot climate and I'm up in the mountains, and I'm going to also show you another way that you can wear it with with tons of volume. But you could just pin it up into an updo type. And so then you can take this side of your comb and you can style it and pull it up, make it look nicer. And that's what I like to do, is I like to pull it up a little in the crown. And then put on your big pretty earrings. And don't forget if you want it to hold all day, I use the bedhead hard head extreme hold, because my hair is really thin and it doesn't hold a curl and it doesn't hold the volume very long. So this stuff works really good at keeping the volume and the hold. And so that is the updo style that you can do with this hairstyle too. And so so I hope you're having a good week, and I'm thankful and grateful that you joined me in my journey. And so I hope that you were able to see my live where I did my highlights, and if not, just hop on over there and check it out. And if you are enjoying my content and you want to see more, because it is free, please subscribe, and I will continue to get on here, and I will continue doing lives. And so I want my channel to be a safe place for you, and it really is directed towards anti-aging and my yoga is, it's all directed towards anti-aging and health and wellness. And so And so if you want to join me in my journey, then please subscribe. And if you have any tips or anything you want to say, please leave it in the comments. Your suggestions are very welcome. And if you want to, if there's any, because I was a hairdresser and I also was, worked for substance abuse and a human services worker. And so if there's anything you want to see me do, please, leave it in the comments, anything pertaining to hair or physical fitness. And anyway, so you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.